If you're waking up 2, 3, or even 4 times every single night to rush to the bathroom, if you feel like your bladder is controlling your life instead of you controlling it, and if you're tired of that weak stream and the constant feeling that you can never completely empty your bladder, then what I'm about to share with you in the next few minutes could literally change the rest of your life. Because there are 3 simple daily habits that can protect your prostate after age 60, habits that are scientifically proven to work better than many expensive medications, but that almost no doctor is telling you about. And I need to warn you right now, the 3rd habit is going to shock you because it's something most men are too embarrassed to talk about. But Harvard University conducted a massive study with over 30,000 men that proved this 3rd habit can reduce your risk of prostate cancer by up to 33%, so stay with me until the end because I'm going to reveal all 3 habits in complete detail, and I promise you, if you start implementing these today, you could see dramatic improvements in your prostate health within just a few weeks. Let me start by explaining why your prostate is causing you so much trouble in the first place. Because once you understand what's happening inside your body, these 3 habits are going to make perfect sense. Your prostate is a small gland about the size of a walnut located right below your bladder. Now, here's the critical part that most men don't understand. Your prostate completely surrounds your urethra, which is the tube that carries urine from your bladder out of your body. Think of it like a donut wrapped around a straw. That's your prostate wrapped around your urethra. Now, as you age, especially after 50 and definitely after 60, something happens that affects almost every single man on the planet. Your prostate starts to grow. This isn't cancer, it's not an infection, it's simply a natural process called benign prostatic hyperplasia. The hormonal changes that happen as you get older, particularly the increase in dihydrotestosterone and the decrease in testosterone, cause the cells in your prostate to multiply and the gland to enlarge. And here's where the problems begin. As your prostate grows larger and larger, it starts squeezing that urethra running through its center. It's exactly like someone stepping on a garden hose. The water can still flow through, but the pressure is reduced, the stream becomes weak, and it takes much longer to empty. That's exactly what's happening to your urinary stream, and the statistics on this are absolutely staggering. By age 60, more than 50% of men are already experiencing noticeable symptoms. By age 70, that number jumps to 70%. And by age 80, nearly 90% of men are dealing with some degree of prostate enlargement and the symptoms that come with it. So what are these symptoms? You probably know them all too well. Difficulty starting to urinate, standing there waiting for the stream to begin. A weak urinary stream that lacks the force and pressure it used to have. The feeling that your bladder never completely empties. Like there's always some urine left inside. Frequent urination during the day, sometimes every hour or even more often. And worst of all, those multiple nighttime bathroom trips that absolutely destroy your sleep quality. You go to bed exhausted, you finally fall asleep, and then an hour or 2 later, you're awake again with that urgent need to urinate. You get up, you go to the bathroom, you get back in bed, you start to drift off, and then it happens again, and again, and again, night after night after night. The impact this has on your quality of life is enormous. The chronic sleep deprivation affects your energy levels, your mood, your cognitive function, your ability to enjoy daily activities. The constant worry about finding bathrooms when you're out affects your social life, your willingness to travel, your confidence. The weak stream and difficulty urinating affects your self-esteem and your sense of masculinity. And here's what makes me angry as a doctor. Most men simply accept this as an inevitable part of aging. They think there's nothing they can do about it except maybe take medications that often come with terrible side effects like dizziness, low blood pressure, sexual dysfunction, and more. But that's simply not true. You don't have to accept this as your fate. There are natural, scientifically proven ways to not only slow down prostate enlargement, but in many cases actually reduce inflammation, improve symptoms, and dramatically enhance your quality of life. And that's exactly what these 3 daily habits I'm about to share with you can do. These aren't theories, these aren't folk remedies, these are habits backed by solid scientific research published in respected medical journals. And I've seen them work in countless men who've implemented them consistently. So let's dive into the first habit right now. The first habit is something you might think you already know about, But I guarantee there's a crucial twist that most people completely miss. I call this smart hydration, and it's going to change everything about how you think about drinking water. Now, I know what you're probably thinking right now. Water? Really? That's the big secret? Yes, absolutely yes. But here's the thing. It's not about how much water you drink, it's about when you drink it. And that timing makes all the difference in the world. Let me explain the science behind this. When you don't drink enough water throughout the day, your urine becomes highly concentrated. It's loaded with waste products, toxins, minerals, and other substances that irritate the lining of your bladder and your prostate. This concentrated urine causes inflammation, it triggers those urgent feelings to urinate, and it makes all your prostate symptoms significantly worse. So yes, you absolutely need to stay properly hydrated. But here's where most men make a critical mistake. They drink water evenly throughout the entire day, including the evening and night. They think they're doing the right thing by keeping a water bottle next to their bed and sipping from it whenever they wake up. But this is actually making your nighttime bathroom trips much worse. Here's the strategy that actually works. You want to drink the majority of your daily water intake in the morning and early afternoon. From the time you wake up until about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, drink plenty of water. Stay well hydrated during these hours, then, starting around 6 in the evening, you drastically reduce your fluid intake. After 6, you should only be taking small sips if you're genuinely thirsty. By following this pattern, you're keeping your urinary system flushed and healthy during the day when you have easy access to bathrooms, and when getting up to urinate doesn't disrupt anything important. But then in the evening, you're giving your bladder and prostate a chance to rest. You're not constantly filling your bladder overnight, which means fewer nighttime interruptions. And this isn't just my opinion or some untested theory. Multiple scientific studies have demonstrated that men who concentrate their fluid intake earlier in the day and minimize evening fluids report up to a 40% reduction in nighttime urination frequency. Just think about what that means for your life. Instead of waking up 4 times a night, you might only wake up once or twice. Instead of feeling exhausted and sleep-deprived every single morning, you could actually get deep, restorative, uninterrupted sleep. Your energy levels would improve, your mood would improve, your cognitive function would improve, your overall health would improve, all from this one simple change in when you drink your water. Now, there's one important caveat I need to mention. If you're taking medications that require you to drink water at specific times, including evening or nighttime, obviously you need to follow your doctor's instructions. But for most men, this smart hydration strategy is safe, effective, and can produce dramatic results within just a few days. Now let's move to the second habit, and this one is so simple that you might doubt it could possibly work. But the science behind it is absolutely rock solid. I call this the strategic walk, and it involves taking a short, light walk for just 10 to 15 minutes immediately after each of your main meals. That's it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. After each meal, you get up and you walk for 10 to 15 minutes. It doesn't need to be intense, it doesn't need to be fast, just a relaxed, comfortable stroll around your neighborhood, or even inside your house if the weather is bad. Now, I know this sounds almost too simple to be effective. How could a short walk after meals possibly help your prostate? Let me explain exactly why this works and why it's so powerful. Every time you eat a meal, especially a meal that contains carbohydrates, your blood sugar levels spike. This is completely normal and happens to everyone. Your body releases insulin to help your cells absorb that sugar from your bloodstream and use it for energy. But here's the problem. If you just sit down and remain sedentary after eating, your blood sugar stays elevated for much longer, and repeated blood sugar spikes throughout the day, day after day, month after month, year after year, lead to chronic inflammation throughout your entire body. Now, here's the connection to your prostate that most doctors never explain to their patients. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary drivers of prostate enlargement and prostate problems. When your body is in a constant state of low-grade inflammation, your prostate cells are more likely to multiply, the gland is more likely to enlarge, and you're more likely to develop worsening symptoms. But when you take a short walk immediately after eating, something remarkable happens. Your muscles start using that blood sugar as immediate fuel. This prevents the blood sugar spike, keeps your insulin levels more stable, and dramatically reduces inflammation throughout your body, including in your prostate. And this isn't just theoretical. A study published in the prestigious medical journal Diabetes Care followed thousands of participants and found that a 15-minute walk after each meal was more effective at controlling blood sugar levels throughout the entire day than a single 45-minute walk at any other time. Let me repeat that because it's so important. 3 short 15-minute walks after meals work better than 1 longer 45-minute walk. The key is the timing right after you eat when your blood sugar is rising. So by implementing this simple habit, you're not just getting a little exercise, although that's beneficial too. You're actively fighting inflammation at its source, you're keeping your blood sugar stable, you're protecting your prostate from the chronic inflammatory damage that drives enlargement and symptoms, and you're improving your metabolic health, your cardiovascular health, your weight management, and your overall well-being, all from 3 short, relaxed walks each day. This is one of those rare situations in medicine where something incredibly simple produces incredibly powerful results. And I've seen it work in patient after patient after patient. Now I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to pause for just a moment and write in the comments below what country or city you're watching this video from. And I also want you to tell me, did you know that walking after meals could help your prostate health? Most men have no idea about this connection, so I'm genuinely curious if this is new information for you, or if you'd heard about it before. Drop your comment right now telling me where you're from and whether you knew about the power of post-meal walks. I read every single comment, and I love hearing from you. And knowing where this information is reaching helps me create even better content for you in the future. So go ahead, leave that comment now, I'll wait. All right, now we're ready for the 3rd habit. And I need to address this one with complete seriousness and sensitivity because I know it's a topic that many men find uncomfortable or embarrassing to discuss. But this is too important to skip, and the science is too strong to ignore. So I'm going to talk about this with the same professional medical approach I would use if you were sitting in my office as my patient. The 3rd habit is what I call natural prostate cleansing, and it involves regular ejaculation. Now, before you close this video or feel uncomfortable, please hear me out and let me explain the science because this could literally save your life. Harvard University, one of the most respected medical research institutions in the entire world, conducted a landmark study that followed more than 30,000 men for almost 20 years. This wasn't a small study. This wasn't a short-term observation. This was massive in scale and duration. And the results were absolutely groundbreaking. The researchers found that men who ejaculated more frequently, specifically about 21 times per month or more, had up to a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to men who ejaculated less frequently. Let me repeat that statistic because it's so important. Regular ejaculation reduced prostate cancer risk by 33%. That's a huge protective effect. Now, I know 21 times per month might sound like a high number to some of you. That works out to about 5 times per week, but for many men, especially younger men and men in healthy relationships, that's actually a normal and healthy frequency. And even if you're not hitting that exact number, the study showed that any increase in ejaculation frequency provided protective benefits. So why does this work? What's the biological mechanism that makes regular ejaculation so protective for the prostate? The explanation is actually quite elegant and makes perfect sense when you think about it. Your prostate is constantly producing prostatic fluid, which is a major component of semen. This fluid contains various substances including proteins, enzymes, minerals, and other compounds. When you ejaculate regularly, you're essentially flushing out your prostate gland. You're clearing out old prostatic fluid, you're removing dead cells, you're eliminating potential toxins and waste products that could accumulate in the gland. Think of it like cleaning out a pipe. If you never flush water through a pipe, sediment and buildup accumulate and cause problems. But if you regularly flush it, everything stays clean and functional. When prostatic fluid and cellular debris sit stagnant in your prostate for extended periods without being ejaculated, it can lead to inflammation, it can increase oxidative stress, and it creates an environment that may promote cellular changes and potentially cancerous transformations. Regular ejaculation prevents this stagnation. It keeps things moving, keeps things fresh, keeps the prostate healthy and functioning optimally. And here's something very important I need to make crystal clear. The Harvard study found that the health benefit comes from the frequency of ejaculation itself, regardless of how it occurs. Whether through sexual activity with a partner or through masturbation, the protective effect on the prostate is the same. I completely understand that for many men, especially older men who may not have a regular partner or who may be widowed or divorced, this is an uncomfortable topic to discuss. Our society has created a lot of shame and stigma around male sexuality and especially around masturbation. But I need you to understand something. From a purely medical and scientific standpoint, masturbation is a completely normal, healthy, and beneficial practice at any age. It's not something to be ashamed of or embarrassed about. It's a legitimate health behavior that can significantly reduce your risk of prostate problems, including cancer. If you're uncomfortable with this topic, or if you have questions about what's appropriate or normal for your specific situation, I strongly encourage you to have an open, honest conversation with your urologist or primary care doctor. Any good doctor will discuss this topic professionally and without judgment because it's an important aspect of men's health. This is medical information that could literally save your life, so please don't let embarrassment or outdated social stigmas prevent you from taking advantage of this powerful protective habit. Now, let me tie all three of these habits together because they work synergistically. Smart hydration keeps your urinary system flushed and reduces irritation to your prostate while allowing you to sleep better at night. Strategic post-meal walks reduce the chronic inflammation that drives prostate enlargement and symptoms. And regular ejaculation cleanses your prostate of potentially harmful buildup and dramatically reduces your cancer risk. When you implement all three of these habits together consistently, you're creating a comprehensive, natural approach to prostate health that addresses multiple mechanisms simultaneously. But now I need to give you a critical warning. Not as a content creator, but as your doctor. Nothing, absolutely nothing we've discussed in this video replaces regular medical checkups and screenings. If you're a man over 50, and especially if you're over 60, you need to be seeing a urologist regularly for prostate examinations. This includes a PSA blood test and a digital rectal exam. I know the rectal exam is uncomfortable and embarrassing. Every man hates it. But it could save your life by detecting prostate cancer early when it's most treatable. Early detection is absolutely your greatest weapon against prostate cancer. When caught early, prostate cancer has excellent treatment outcomes and survival rates. But when it's detected late after it's already spread beyond the prostate, treatment becomes much more difficult and survival rates drop significantly. So please do not skip your annual prostate checkups. These three daily habits we've discussed are powerful tools for prevention and symptom management, but they don't replace proper medical screening and surveillance. You need both the healthy lifestyle habits and the regular medical monitoring. In the end, taking care of your prostate is really about taking care of your overall quality of life. It's the difference between spending your retirement years active, independent, traveling, enjoying hobbies, spending time with grandchildren, and feeling vital and alive versus being limited by constant bathroom trips, poor sleep, embarrassing symptoms, and potentially serious health problems. You deserve to enjoy these years to the fullest. You've worked hard your entire life. You've earned the right to a vibrant, healthy, active retirement. Don't let prostate problems steal that from you when there are proven natural ways to protect yourself. I've been working in men's health for years, and I've seen these simple habits transform lives. I've had patients tell me they feel like they've gotten their life back. They're sleeping through the night again. They're going out with confidence again. They're not constantly worried about finding the nearest bathroom. Their relationships have improved. Their mood has improved. Their energy has improved. And all from implementing these three simple daily habits consistently. That could be your story too if you're willing to commit to these changes starting today. But I also know that some of you are dealing with symptoms that are already quite severe. You might be waking up 6 or 7 times a night. You might have such a weak stream that it takes several minutes to empty your bladder. You might be experiencing pain or discomfort. For those situations, while these three habits will absolutely help, you may need more immediate and direct intervention to get your symptoms under control quickly. That's why I want to share something with you that I've been recommending to many of my patients who need faster results. There's a simple natural approach that's been showing remarkable results in helping reduce prostate swelling and relieve symptoms like constant urination urgency, weak stream, and incomplete bladder emptying in just a few weeks. This method works by targeting inflammation and hormonal imbalances at their root cause, without the side effects that come with many prescription medications. The reason you probably haven't heard about effective natural approaches like this is because they don't generate the massive profits that pharmaceutical companies make from expensive medications and procedures. There's simply no financial incentive to promote them widely. If you're truly frustrated by your prostate symptoms and you want to learn about this natural approach, I've put together a detailed presentation that explains exactly how it works and how you can use it. You'll find the link pinned in the first comment below this video and also in the description. I encourage you to check it out, especially if your symptoms are significantly impacting your daily life and sleep quality. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 3 habits surprised you the most. Or tell me which one you're going to start implementing today. If you have any questions about anything we've discussed, this is the place to ask. I read comments regularly and I respond to as many as I possibly can, and again, let me know what city or country you're watching from. I absolutely love connecting with viewers from all around the world and knowing that this information is helping men everywhere. If you found this video valuable and helpful, the best way to support this channel and help me continue creating content like this is to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos on men's health topics. And here's something really important. Please share this video. Send it to a friend, a brother, your father, your son, anyone in your life who could benefit from this information. Quality health information shared at the right time can literally change someone's life or even save it. You could be that person who makes a difference for someone you care about. To continue learning and taking even better care of your health, click on the next video that's appearing on your screen right now, where I reveal the specific foods that best support prostate health and the foods you need to avoid because they make prostate problems worse. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and always remember that your health is your most valuable possession. Take care of it, protect it, and never take it for granted. I'll see you in the next video.